G'day, it's great to join with you again on this great day that God has given us. Over the course of COVID-19, I have made many requests to God, and for personal needs, for family needs, for ministerial needs, and God has abundantly blessed me with many answers and blessings to my requests. A lot of you have needs today. Some of them are very deep and personal, deep emotional. Others are financial or material, and others still are relational needs that you need met. And I want to talk to you today because there is a promise for you if you have a need, and that is God will meet that need. He will meet that need. Let's look at it in Philippians chapter 4, verse 19. It says, "And my God shall supply all your need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus." He will meet all your needs. I love that, because when we're in need, we just need that hand up. We need some help in our time of need. But we need to make a strong distinction here between wants and desires and needs. You see, what I want or desire is not necessarily a need. I have a want, I have a desire for a Lamborghini sports car, for instance. Now, it's a legitimate desire, it's a legitimate want. There's nothing wrong with that want or desire, but it's not a need. You see, my need is for a vehicle that's going to get me from A to B, a reliable vehicle. And so what does God do? He supplies me not with a Lamborghini, but with a Kia Carnival. And it's important that I have the Kia Carnival because I need to transport 6 bodies. Now, could you imagine me transporting my family in a Lamborghini, 2-seater? It's never going to happen. It's ridiculous. You see, God meets my needs, not necessarily my wants or my desires. He will meet my need according to his riches in glory. When Paul was writing this, he was writing to the Philippians who at this particular time had been very generous to him. He had need of clothes, they gave it to him. He had need of food, they gave it. Accommodation, they gave it. That was such a blessing to Paul. And Paul in response says, "And my God shall meet your need." Now, I love my version here, the New King James Version, because it specifically says, he'll meet my need. And when I think about that, it's very specific. God will meet my need. He knows my need. Other versions have needs or my every need, and none of them are wrong. They're all right. But I love the specific nature of the New King James Version, because if he's meeting my need, he's got his eye on my need. That's very personal. He's a God that wants to get close to me and meet my need. He's a God that wants to interject in my life and meet that need. And he wants to do exactly the same for you. He is such a good, loving God. He wants to be so personal with you. He wants to hold you tight in your time of need. He wants to help you through in your time of need. And it's according to his riches in glory. If I go down to the Pacific is such a vast ocean. It's such a vast body of water. And I was to take a thimble down to the Pacific, and I was to fill up that thimble with water from the Pacific. In the thimble, I would have the Pacific. You see, I have access to the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. But if I have a need just for a thimble, then that is what I take. That is what I'm given. If I take a cup down to Pacific and fill it up with the Pacific Ocean, I have the Pacific Ocean in the cup, but I still have access to the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. If you have need of mercy, if you have need of grace, you have access to everything of God according to his riches. You have access to the vastness of his peace, his everything. You have access to it, but he will meet your need according to his riches and glory. If you only have need of a thimble, then that's what you'll get, but you still have access to the vastness. If you need some more in another day, he'll give you more. He'll meet your need according to the riches of His glory. Sometimes we don't understand what our need is, though. You see, Paul, he once said he had a thorn in his flesh. He had a thorn in his flesh, and he asked God 3 times, will you remove this from my flesh? God comes back to him and says, I'm not going to remove that thorn from your flesh, but I am going to meet your need. And he says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. You see, his need was not to have the thorn removed from his flesh. His need was for grace. Why? Because he would be beaten often. He would be shipwrecked. He would be imprisoned. And he needed grace. He needed the power of God to make him strong when he was weak. He needed more than that. You see, we often see our need as localized and small, but God says, no, I'm so personal with you. I know what you need and I will meet your need. Perhaps today you have a very personal need. Yeah, He can meet that need. He will meet that need, but perhaps not in the way that you necessarily want, because He sees a bigger picture than what you see. He sees something that you need far greater than to have that one thing fixed. He will meet your need. Perhaps you need peace today. Well, you have access to the vast ocean of His peace. You have access to His mercy. You have access to His grace. And He will meet your need today according to His riches in glory through Christ Jesus. Be blessed. Make your request known to Him. Go to Him and ask Him, meet my need, Lord. Meet my need. Meet my need right now. He will answer. He'll bless you. Have a great day, and we'll catch up with you again soon.